Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday night's messages of love from above. Every Sunday night, I cannot believe it's Sunday night already. Whoosh, it has flown by. Hopefully, everyone had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And good morning to everyone on the other side of the world. Welcome to your Monday. And before we get started into the readings, I do want to send love out to the world. If you'd like to join me in doing that, I of course welcome that. Whether you're watching this live or on replay, we can join together and multiply the unconditional love energy, which is the highest powerful vibrating energy in this realm. And so I'm going to take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. Just allowing that love to flow into our hearts and flow out to the world, circling the globe in a giant, giant ball of energy, allowing it to spark every single heart that is ready for a higher and higher and higher vibrational love. And if you yourself are in need of unconditional love in this moment, for your own heart, your mind, your body, for a relationship, a situation, or for a loved one, we send the love to you right now, circling you. Just take it in like a giant group hug from your spiritual posse on the other side. You are never, ever alone, and you are unconditionally loved. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that and allowing the space for that as well. Um, for everyone that's not familiar, every Monday I do have a giveaway for at least one person recorded reading. Here is the announcement. Last chance. You still have the rest of this evening to watch the video and see how you can get into each of the drawings. I'll be giving away four personal recorded readings tomorrow. So if you're interested, check that out. Also, each week I put out at least one pick a card reading. This week I did put out two. The first one is what are they thinking about you right now? So you could check that out. And then for Mom's Day, we had all this divine feminine energy. We have a pick a card of what does mom want you to say to you? Either your mom that's your higher self's mom that's here, or if they're on the other side, or from Divine Goddess, the Divine Mother. So you can check those out if you so wish. They're all free, of course. And I can't believe we are like a day away from being halfway through the month of May. So if you haven't checked out your May monthly readings, I do put those out for each individual zodiac sign. In this particular video, I'm starting to put out like a little chart of what each of the planets, what part of our life, each of the planets in our birth chart show us about our life, because it's like a giant house that we're looking at different windows, different levels, seeing different viewpoints and different aspects of our life. And if you don't know your signs for your different planets, if you check out like a free website just to get a free birth chart, you can find that out. Astro.com is the one I've always used. They feel very secure and safe. So, but trust your gut and go with what you're looking for there. So, excuse me, a lot of opportunities for information with all of those. And that is everything that I had. I'm going to go ahead and get my desktop set up here and we will get into the free readings. If you are new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome, first of all. So glad to have you here. And how the free readings work is I do go down in order, first come, first serve. through the chat. So there's no special list. The chat is the list. You just put your question out there. I do go down in order. Like I said, first come, first serve. And then you just, if you don't want to put your business out there, you can ask for just like a general reading or guidance. Spirit knows what you're looking for. And if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange and I step outside of the free readings. I prioritize those. I also pull more cards and dive deeper for those. And then once I'm done, I return back into the free readings and continue down the list, trying to get through as many as I can. I'm usually on for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, sometimes more, but trying to balance. I really am trying to balance, but I haven't done very well lately. And that's okay. I love giving readings. To make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom. Also, in the pinned comment in the description box of the video, I have my Venmo, my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Square. So if you want to make donations any of those ways, whatever's convenient for you, and there is no set dollar amount. They all are, honored because I know everyone's finances vary from day to day, person to person, country to country, planet to planet. So um, I don't have a set dollar amount. All right. I think that's all the blah, blah, blah. Let's get started into the readings. I am going to be using this final night here, the Ancestral Past Tarot. I am on Wednesday through Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Mountain Time and Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So I do take off Mondays and Tuesdays from lives, but I do other things. So it's not like I have a day off. I always am on in one way or another, and I love it. All right. So let's give these a shuffle and we'll get started in here. I don't have any donations yet, so let's start at the very top here. And we have Esmeralda. Hello, hello. And you want to know, does Z have another girl on his mind that's not you? Uh-oh. Let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit want you to know? Move my tea out of the way here. Well, Esmeralda, we've got the Death and the Rebirth card here, and we've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is new opportunities in the outside world. If I Well, let's just be honest and talk about what we have here because, this does show an ending and a beginning and a new beginning in the outside world. So it feels like that there is this drawing out into something new, both for you and for them. So I would say that that would be a yes here, that there is this new opportunity opening up and that this is probably headed into a direction of um, having fulfilled its purpose for you in this life, and it's going to be opening up a new opportunity for you, something more in alignment with where you want to be headed. So I feel like you've learned enough from this individual and you're ready to expand beyond it as well, because people don't leave our lives. People are removed out of our lives to make space for something that is in alignment with our higher self and to clear our path for us to move forward. So that's what's coming through there, Esmeralda. So uh, hang in there. Much love to you. All right, LA, you are up next here. And you want any spirit messages from your Grandpa G? All right, let's take a look here. And actually, I want to pull here from your Angels and Ancestors Oracle. Let's see what they have for you here. All right, well. I like it, Grandpa. Bringing in the sun that's coming in here, which says enjoy, success, and happiness. Obviously, the sun card in the major arcana, of course, is all about success and happiness and all this wonderful victory coming in. And so Grandpa G wants you to know that doors are opening for you. Follow up on new projects, ventures, and ideas connect with your inner fire that is driving you forward. The sun has long been associated with the energy of success, and it's the most powerful planet in our solar system. Solar, of course, referring to the sun. So, of course, when the sun card appears in a reading, it will bring power, success, and light. It brightens up all connections, banishes darkness, brings a sense of youthfulness, and invites you to connect to the energy of joy so that you can be light in spirit and heart. So, Grandpa G is saying, joy, 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 sunshine. You are being surrounded by the brightness of the sun at this time. Opportunities to feel and be successful are swirling and dancing around you. Relationships and friendships progress with joy, and you will feel happy and uplifted. If you're not somewhere bright and sunny right now, there will be other ways in which you can enjoy warmth and joy. Solar energy brings health and vitality and can energize and warm, and it also encourages everything to grow. The energy of expansion is with you at this time, and you're being offered the perfect opportunity to move forward. If you want to bring something to life or are ready to take a new step in a relationship, the sun will bring the right energy to you. If you're asking a question, the answer is most definitely yes, capital YES, exclamation. So that is what Grandpa G has for you, LA. I like it. And many blessings to you. All right, Dayjona Springs. You are up next here. Springs. What's Springs about? Dayjona Sturgis. Well, what is this about springs? Well, we'll take a look here. So, what does God want you to know right now? Springing forward, what is happening here? Let's take a look here. So we've got that, and we've got that. Well, yeah, you definitely have Prince of Wands here, Prince of Staves, Knight of Wands, fast movement, passion, leaping forward. You do have the Six of Sacred Circles, which there is this movement here into receiving that's coming in, because the Sacred of Circles here is the Six of Pentacles, which is about equal giving and receiving. And I feel like you're having some reward coming in here, some abundance coming in that's coming in fast out of nowhere that allows you enough to give to others too. So I really like this. There's some great benefit that's headed your way, whether it is finances, whether it is love or something that you are so rewarded with and given that you have extra for other people too. So I like that energy coming in, and that's what they have for you right now, Dajona. So many blessings to you. All right. So, new love, you are up next. So, why is JM so annoyed with you when you can't hang out? Well, or sometimes when you say no to hang out, you think she's getting weirdly angry and you don't know why. All right. Well, let's take a look here and see what is going on here. All right. Yeah, she's a fiery personality here with the Queen of Wands. Could be a fire sign. So, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. They're very fiery, they're very passionate, they have a lot of energy. We've got the Four of Wands, which is joy and celebration and a very stabilized energy. But I feel like with the full card that comes in here too, there is this, I just feel like they're afraid here. When fear kicks in, that's when we you know, go into a different mode in our lives anyway. All humans, when we go into fight or flight mode, where we go out of our minds literally into like a cat mind where we hiss and attack or hiss and run away or attack and then run away. So when you feel this annoyance that they're coming in, it's fear of rejection. It's fear of what that it means something about them, that you don't hang out with them specifically, that they are being rejected. And so there's this fear that comes in that ignites things, and that's why it comes out as annoyance. It's actually fear. So you can replace it asking, why is Jam so fearful toward me when I can't hang out or sometimes say no to hang out. You think that she's in fear and you don't know why. So when we place it that way, it really brings this mirror in here where they're seeing things in a deeper way. So you can go, oh, okay, yeah, I see why she's in fear. It just has to do with some insecurities of the inner child when they feel unsafe or out of control. They want things to feel back in control, and so annoyance is just fear. So if you look at it that way, it's like, okay, I get it. I understand why they're hissing at me, because when you scare a cat, it hisses at you, right? And so that is what they are wanting you to know right now. New love. So many blessings to you. And Dandera, hello, hello. Thank you so much. You are very welcome. I'm glad that the messages hopefully resonated for you, and much love to you. All right. So, double, triple, quadruple X, you're up next. You want to ask, are you going to break free from these chains? All right. Let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know regarding these chains here. Yeah, absolutely. You got victory and movement. You have the Seven of Wands, which is standing on a hill, being free, shining light in the darkness. The Chariot card really has you step into your power here, because this is telling you that you are the one who has you in chains. And so you are the one that can release yourself from them, which is great. That's where we want the key. We want the key in our hands, not someone else's hands, right? Because the Chariot card tells us that every moment is of unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love. This is where our chains come in. Because when we're experiencing these emotions, we do feel restricted and bound and trapped and powerless and limited. Whereas when we're focusing and we're connected to the unconditional love, we feel expansive, powerless, limitless, and definitely free of chains. So every moment is a choice of one or the other. And we have a mental choice, a heart choice, and an energy choice that we make. Now, it may not feel like we're making a choice every moment, and I totally understand, because when Spirit first told me that, I was like, "Are you sure that we're making a choice? Because it don't feel like I'm making a choice. This thing happens, this is what I feel it means. This thing happens, this is how I feel. This thing happens, and this is where I'm investing my energy around it." And they're very gentle. They're like, "Come here, let me show you." And they showed it like every child when we're young, inundated and poured into us all of these opinions, these popular opinions on what this thing is supposed to mean, how I'm supposed to feel, where I'm supposed to invest my energy. And it's inundated and given to us so much that it becomes our habit to think that way. We take it on as our own opinion, and it becomes our habit enough, or it becomes our reaction, that when something happens, this is what we're choosing. And even though it doesn't, uh, you know, it happens so fast, it doesn't feel like a choice. But if you slow down time, you'd be able to see that we're making a choice. And what's great is that when we realize it, that I get to choose what story I put to anything. I get to choose what emotion. I get to choose what energy I want to invest. Then I start changing my habit, from focusing on this fears of losing conditional love and these fears of rejection and failure. And I start focusing in on unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace. When we do that, excuse me, that's where we break our chains. We start changing our habit. So when we feel like, this thing happens and I start getting drawn into fear, I instead change my mindset. I change the story, I change the emotion I want to feel, and I change the power. We do that through changing our habit. We're taught to focus on fears all the time, but if you do things like whatever you need to do to change a habit, for me it was like on my cell phone putting a silent vibrating alarm every waking half hour, every waking hour, whatever I needed to focus on this, to bring me back to my new way of thinking, my new way of feeling, my new way of where I'm investing my power. And I would be over here, the alarm would go off, bring me back. I would slowly move back here, and then I'd go back when the alarms would go off. So you definitely have victory, you have the power because you hold the power to break the chains, and so you definitely do. And I like that for you, double, triple, quadruple X. So many, many blessings to you. Hang in there. You got this. You got this. Let us know if you need any other guidance around that for sure. All right, Aldona, you'll be my next free reading coming up, but I do have a donation. Thank you so much, James, for your donation. And you would like a love update on Patty. And do we see you dating? All right, let's take a look here and see what is going on with Patty here. Okay. And those there. Okay. Well, let's take a look here and see what we've got with Patty. Okay. And then do we see you dating? All right. Excuse me. So, Patty, 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 we'll start with the first card that came out here, which is Temperance. Well, Patty is going through this transformation here. Whenever we get a Temperance or a Hanged Man or Knight of Pentacles, any of these, when we're talking about relationship with another person, it represents a slow process that's unfolding. Things are going slow, but they're going slow on purpose for a purpose, because when we're going through that, there is this, type of unfolding of things, allowing us to do inner work, allowing them to do inner work, so that our love vibration goes higher and we don't end up, you know, having a cat fight because we're in our lower vibrational energies. So she is going through here. Here's the Nine of Swords. These are thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, expectations. It's known as the nightmare insomnia card. So a lot on our mind, a lot about relationship and love that just obviously keeps things from moving through, creates a mental block. It creates things from moving forward. So, there is this kind of struggle that they're going through, really looking at the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts and all these ideas that she has around love, right? And so they're working through these things. And we have the King of Pentacles here with the King of Sacred Circles in this deck. But this king it is about abundance. It is about worth, though. One of the big things that the king, having gone through all of the um, all of the suit of the pentacles, they get to experience a lot and understand a lot about the outside world. And one of the big lessons that they offer has to do with our self-worth and how we learn and grow and transform it, our worth in relationship to the outside world. We move from defining ourselves by retail price, which is what we feel we're worth to people in the outside world, which is very unstable, to inward and upward, where we find that which is stable, the eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms. So there is this transformation that's happening here with Patty, but it is going slow because there are a lot of fears around self-worth that are being transformed. And that is going through this beautiful alchemy process where it starts off as a base metal, and each time it goes from one cut back to the other, slowly becoming gold. So there is this movement toward that, but it's taking its good old time. Now, will we see you dating here? Well, we got a little bit of time stuff happening here too. We've got the World card, which is when there's an ending of an old cycle and the beginning of a new, which we'll talk about here. Then the Wheel of Fortune also turns here, the number 10, endings and new beginnings. So I feel like it's almost like it takes this rebirth happening for you both, for you guys to date, because one of the big things, so there is a possibility here, but it does take this change of things. The Six of Pentacles, when we talk about dating and relationships, is really, I call it the codependency awareness card, but it's really about the over giving card. And in our day in this society, what happens is that when we're younger, like 7 years old and younger, we experienced this overgiving, like an important individual in our life that we had to give so much to and we got so little back from. And this is for both of you. So, usual suspects, parents, it could be grandparents, it could be teachers, could be what coaches, anyone that was an important thing, important person, 7 years old ish and younger, where we just gave 1,000 love coins and got one love coin back. And what happens is we as children think, well, that must be the going rate of exchange. We don't know any better as children, and that seeps down into our subconscious. Then we see that working out its impact on our life by over feeling like we have to overachieve in school or overachieve at work or overgive in our friendships, our family, our relationships. And in doing so, it feels like there's this force field keeping reward and abundance and love away from us. We might have periods of time where suddenly it feels like all this stuff, rolling in, and then there's like this, um, then there's this, force field that comes back, and that's because our inner child, even if our human mind is saying, "I want love, I want abundance, I do want all this to come in." Doesn't matter what our conscious mind is doing because the subconscious mind is where our inner child is, and they have control over the force field keyboard, right? So with this force field keyboard, it's keeping track going, nope, you're only at 500, love coins you've given. You still need to give 500 more before you deserve one. Whenever we reach 1,000, temporarily the shields drop. We get an influx and then whoosh, it goes back up because it's back at zero again, right? So what happens and what I feel like what they're wanting you to look at here, both of you, is bringing into your consciousness that rate of love exchange, bringing it up and going, who in my past, 7 years old or younger, was I feeling I had to overgive to and receive very little back? Once you realize who it is, ding, 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 right? Little edit button appears above that 1,000. You're able to go in there, back over those zeros. It brings it from 1 to 1,000 down to 1 to 1. There's a little save button you click. It goes down back in, and then your inner child goes, "Hey, we have met the goal." Psh, those force fields drop. It allows love to come in. It allows abundance to come in, and it impacts a lot of areas of your life. So dating is possible. We both have some wonderful transformation that you can do on the inside to raise your guys' love vibration to where it'll draw you to each other. Otherwise, you're going to keep drawing in what we always did before. So that is what is coming in for you, James. So thank you again so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. It's moi. You can still donate and get a reading. There's no set dollar amount, whatever you feel you are able to give. I know everyone's finances are different. You can use the super chat down below or Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, or Square. Linked at the top or in the description box of the video. And I will prioritize those once those are done. All right. So we had left off on Eldona. Hello, hello. So you want to know what's coming towards you next in life? You are very welcome. Let's take a look here and see. I do want that one and this one. And this one. Okay. All right. you know, I feel like that there is next in your life here some wonderful, wonderful transformation around thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, around a third party situation, around mistrust of someone staying committed and any pain that you might have had in a kind of a third party situation, either personally or what you witnessed from like parents or other important people in your life. And I say that because you've got the Justice card with the Ace of Swords here, which is balancing out the scales. We have some old fears, some old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around deceit, around mistrust, around stealing and deception, which would definitely have the same types of energies of these. And so there's all of this that's bubbling down underneath that, your higher self wants to bring here with the Justice card. It's very much a major arcana, which is a significant alteration and balancing. And it's about bringing it up, analyzing it and realizing the fears behind people's actions here, and the fears behind your own choices that you make in life, and the fears that may hold you back from experiencing love and abundance in your life. So you've got the Libra balancing energy, the yin yang, the yin yang, however you want to pronounce it. And so there is this diving into understanding, where this came from, what these lies are, and that when people are in fear, they do stupid stuff. And when we realize a big aha that comes in, excuse me, is realizing that other people's actions aren't about us, they don't define us, that when people do stupid, unloving, uncompassionate things, it's because they're in a little 2-year-old body feeling unsafe, feeling out of control, feeling unloved, and they're trying to find safety and security and love in unintelligent, unloving, uncompassionate ways. And it's like when someone's drowning, or a cat, if you ever have a cat that's walking along the side of your bathtub and they fall in, they're not like, "Oh, let me just step out of here." They're like, "Oh my God." There's just anything they can do. So sorry, to get out of that, right? Well, that's what happens with all of that. So sorry, I have a little scratch in my throat. So there is what's coming next towards you in your life is this release of these fears, this understanding of these things, this transformation and flow of letting those old emotions and old fears feel them, process them, and they flow, and you see things from a different perspective. And it does open up this energy, this change of energy of what you're drawing in regarding love into your life. So I like that for you, Aldona. So many blessings to you. All righty. So, Virgo girl, you'll be my next free reading coming up, but I do have a donation. Thank you so much. It's moi. And what do we see for you in love? So, you just got out of a long term relationship about a year ago, haven't really moved on. All right. And it's like you still feel you're waiting to hear back, but you also feel excited about the idea of moving forward. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what spirit wants you to know around this, which is understandable. Do we want to stick around for the devil we do know, or find a new one? So let's take a look here. So they want that one. Ooh, these two. Wow. Okay. Just this top two. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Because you got 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. All right. I'm just going to look at all the cards here and get the message here. All right. Well, yeah. So the storm is over. 10 of Cups, ending and new beginning. Don't hold on to the old. It's time to move forward on the new. You definitely have this new possibility of love and fullness of emotion, uh going moving forward, because you do have the 4 of circles, sacred circles, which is the 4 of pentacles in the regular tarot, and the King of Wands, the King of Staffs, which is about stepping forward, owning your energy, fiery, move forward. The Four of Pentacles, this combination teaches us that when we look to the outside world, we do feel disappointed, when we're looking at defining our worth by relationships, by situations like jobs and education, like things like our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions, because they're all unstable. People change, people walk away, people pass away. So relationships are unstable, right? Situations never stay the same, so they're unstable. And things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen. So it teaches us that there's an illusion that the outside world can make us feel full, and so we end up turning inward and upward, which the King of Wands here also represents your higher self. So it's like it's almost this almost looks like the strength card, which is you turn inward and upward and find the stability that you're looking for in the unconditional eternal love from up above, from the creator, from the spirit world, whatever you believe your higher power is. And then with that stability coming from the inside, it does change how you perceive the outside world when you realize it could never give you what you were looking for on the inside. Because you were looking for a 10-course meal with 2 desserts. So sorry, and the outside world can only offer us third dessert, fourth dessert, fifth dessert, sixth dessert. So expecting them to give you a 10-course meal when it's only a dessert bar is, well, we get disappointment, right? It's like going in there the one they just told me this morning is, it's like going into a tire store expecting to find a meal. They're like, "No, we only sell tires here." Like, "Well, isn't there any food?" "Well, there might be a snack machine, but no, there's no this isn't a restaurant, this is a tire store." And so we realize, "Oh, I if I'm expecting that from the outside world, I'm never gonna get it." But once we turn inward and upward and we find this fullness, we start to see the world in a different way in the outside world, right? It's no longer falling short. It's actually just above and beyond extra because it's extra dessert. So I find that 10-course meal and those 2 desserts, I'm full, but we can always make room for more dessert, right? So here they come, offering us third dessert, fourth dessert. We're like, thank you, thank you. Fifth dessert comes and they're like, no, I'm not going to give you fifth dessert. You're like, it's all right. I'm already full. No problem. Before we'd freak out, right? But when we find this wholeness within us, it's not so much like that, right? So I see here with this change, the Two of Swords comes in here, and the Two of Swords is about you're standing at a fork in the road, and there's one decision that we would make, which would stick around and try to go to that tire store and insist that they give you food, but the other one is to follow our heart, follow this new direction that you're being guided to look, this new way of looking at things. And I love all the desserts. And here we are, Eight of Cups. These are the old relationships, the old emotions, old relationships that no longer serve you. And here you are. It's walking away towards Stonehenge here. Here's the new moon up here. It's actually the new moon that's right there as well. So, it's walking to this magical place that's the Nine of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card. So you're walking towards something, you're leaving the old behind, heading towards something that is more in alignment with who you are and where you're going. And you do have this 2 knights here. They call them what here? They call them princes in here, but these are really the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands, fast moving knights. So there is this fast changing. The more you change your mindset and your attitudes, letting go here with this Ace of Swords, you cut away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, old expectations that no longer serve you. And it does move very fast and rapidly as you alter your belief systems, like the supposed tos and the shoulds and the need tos and the have tos and the musts, all of these thoughts that we've been told about what love should be. And when we do that, we're limiting the creator about who they bring in and how they bring him in and when they bring him in, because we're telling them, nope, it has to be within this fine line here. And they tell you that that situation's on back order for 1,000 years. However, if you drop your expectations more and you trust creator to bring the perfect person in the perfect way in the perfect timing. I know that last one's even the hardest one, right? Um, that wow, what they'll bring in is very amazing. And so, with all of this, this is your journey of really turning inward and upward and developing and raising your love vibration that allows you to bring in this individual. We have the King of Cups too, which is all about balancing heart and mind. They offer you the Ace of Cups, which is this chalice, this holy grail. So there is this wonderful, wonderful, movement coming in. I feel like this is an water sign that comes in here for you. I feel like for your life, you really desire to have someone has a balance of I like it. They're showing me so many things. Balance of emotion, not overly emotional, but not too intellectual where they don't have any emotion, but not too emotional where they don't have any intellect. You like this beautiful balance between the two. And it's like someone who also is introverted enough to want their alone time and not be out everywhere all the time, but also someone who's extrovertish enough to do this. I'm seeing this whole Goldilocks and the Three Bears story unfolding. Well, I don't too hot, not too cold, not too hard, not too soft, you know, and I like it. And this is this balanced individual, and it's like, wow, that's like the Nine of Cups. It is a dream come true where you head towards and you find someone, but it does take a little bit of time of working on your that self-love and leaving behind the emotions, the beliefs about the outside world is going to complete you, and you're finding this 10-course meal on the inside, which just totally transforms the outside world from a place of lack and falling short to second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh dessert. All these desserts, all these emoticons. Thank you, Shirley, for the visuals. And it's beautiful. It's great. And I like it for you. So definitely on the old one. It is time to move on. They're not, because they're not the ones that are able to give you what you're truly longing for. It's like you settled for eating on a tire and eating the sack lunch of the people in the store and that had in the refrigerator. It's like 10-course meal. You're finding it, and it changes, and you go into this other relationship. So that is what they have for you. You don't have to taste, that tire rubber anymore. Yay! Well, very good. Well, thank you so much. I love how spirit brings through the messages. They are great storytellers. I know I learn a lot from them too. I like bedtime stories instead of a textbook any day. All right, and that's what they have for you. It's moi. Again, thank you so much for your donation and enjoy your adventure. Right. So we had left off with Virgo Girl for the free readings. Virgo Girl, you want to know? Well, hello, first of all. Well, okay. You want to know Rishi's thoughts and feelings and next actions towards you. Two cards came flying out. So, thoughts and feelings here and next actions, we've got the Four of Cups here, but, the big message this King of Pentacles has is also the Four of Pentacles. So you kind of have these two fours next to each other, and it feels very, your spirit guides are funny. They're like, it sounds very boring. They're like very uneventful, almost too balanced, but balanced isn't a good word. They're like too dull. So they have like this energy, these thoughts and these feelings, they just feel empty, you know. It's like this is what they're offering you as the 3 of cups in this particular picture, which is emptiness. You're looking for this love that's filling up and overflowing, but these just feel empty. And the 4 pentacles, the 3 pentacles feel unstable, feels, just again empty, empty. And they're turning you upward and inward for this higher love, which is what the 4 pentacles does too. It just shows all this instability in the outside world with their thoughts, with their feelings. Um, and it just feels uneventful. That's probably a kinder word to say. It just feels uneventful. The thoughts and the feelings just feel bland, It's like they're showing me a heart monitor with it deadlined, and it's like, what's going on with them? I feel like they're numb is really, the energy where whatever's going on in their life right now, they just feel like they're not feeling anything, they're just not thinking anything. It just feels like they're existing, like they're walking around with no passion, with no drive. I mean, literally existing. They just don't have any desire for anything. So whatever has happened here in their life, they just feel so downtrodden by family and work and friends and everything else. It's almost like they can't do anything right, and they just have given up. And right now, and they're just kind of just sitting there, just like, I don't know. I don't know what I want. I don't know where I want to go. I don't know who I want to be. I'm just empty. And that's what it feels like. So it's not you specifically, but it's all of their thoughts and feelings right now. So I don't know whatever has happened. It just feels like I said, they just feel empty and they don't have a desire for anything. So I know what is going on. Go shake them, wake them up, say, "What are you doing? Live, live." But that's what's coming through right now, Virgo girl. So we're sending him lots of love to respark his heart to a passion and inner passion. But it's part of his journey. We all go through dark night of the soul, one point or another that really rattles our cage to wake us up. Like Frankenstein, the monster. It's alive. It's alive. He just needs an electric shock treatment, which he's having. So hang in there, and much love to you there, Virgo girl. All right. Hey, lovely, lovey. Hello, hello. Zen dude in Zen mode. You crack me up. So we want to know, what is SP ingesting, which is affecting her mentally. All right. Let's take a look here, see what spirit has here. Hmm. Yeah, we've got, so definitely with the Queen of Pentacles here, the need of Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and nurturing is definitely there. Self-care is definitely needed. Um, I feel like they're lacking things. They're starving themselves. They're not only maybe are they consuming things, but I feel like there's like a lack of things that they're bringing into their life, like they're not eating, or they're, you know, maybe just drinking a lot here with this Knight of cups is usually romance. That's why I think I was thinking Roman, but I just feel like that's someone offering them drink, someone offering them, you know, maybe it's alcohol that is affecting them mentally, like a lot of drinking and not eating. I almost feel like that is what is coming in here, because I just feel like they're in pursuit of love, and they really they can use so much self-love, but I just feel like, looking for love in all the wrong places, and they're being offered alcohol, substance that's, and they're not taking care of themselves, and their body, is needing more nutrition, it's needing more sustenance. And I feel like whatever is going on here, it just feels like they're, you know nutrition wise, not consuming things that bring any nutrition at all. That's why I keep on feeling like alcohol, 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 and drinking, drinking, and not eating, type of energy that comes in here, if that makes sense. But that's what's coming through, Levy Levy. So I don't know what is going on there, but that is what I feel, right there. So hang in there, sending them a lot of love. All right. All right. Shirley. Hello. Hello, Shirley. Queen of desserts. And you had a job interview on Friday. That's right. And will they offer you the job eventually? All right. Well, let's take a look here. So we've got the 10 of Wands here, and we've got the 4 of Swords. You know, I feel like not this one, because this 10 of Wands feels like a lot of energy being invested in somewhere, but there's this rerouting of your energy into a different place with this 4 of Swords. It's like you're letting some expectations go, some limitations go. I almost feel like the job that you're applying for would been something you'd have done before, but I feel like what Spirit is encouraging you is to look into a different area than you have in the past. I just don't feel like this is the one for you because I feel like it would take you down just an old avenue that you've been down there before. I don't know what they're showing me from the Matrix. Yeah, it's from the Matrix in the first movie of the Matrix, if you saw it. And when he doesn't want to do what they're wanting him to do, and they open the door and they're like, "Well, get out." And then, of course, Trinity with the when they're showing him in my head is, "But, you've been down that road before. You don't wanna go that way anymore," and it's like so they're rerouting you to do something different, something outside of the box, something outside of your regular expectations. So, it's not that you don't qualify and that this wouldn't be a job that you could do. It's just like something they're like, "You've done this before." It feels like they're like, "You don't there's a different route." And so I feel like that, if you unclick they're like showing me, one of those job search sites where you click all the jobs that you want and then they filter it. They're like, add some more or take away filters so you see more. And I feel like that's kind of what they're showing you with that. So that is what's coming in there for you, Shirley. A really long interview. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I like it. Building. Yeah. And I think when you'd asked about a position, I just before it was about you, they're showing me taking command and that the other job you'd get would have more flexibility with it so that you could do both jobs. So maybe if you're able, if it's not a full-time job, if it's able to be like a part-time-ish type job with more flexibility or something. It just feels like that type of thing where it's not so much the old way of all right, it's more of this wonderful meshing together of the 2. So, that's what's coming in, Shirley. So, I like it for you because that definitely is your passion and your gift is working with horses and children. But, so, um, yeah, that's what they have there. All right. So, Pink, hello, hello. You'd like some divine guidance. So we got Pink and Princess Pinky. So Pink is first and then Princess Pinky, just to be clear, since you guys are right after one another. So divine guidance for you, Pink. Yeah, you're being invited here to really dive deep into this discovery of discovering the capital T truths of who you want to be, what you want to do, where you want to head. So really there's like this uh invitation to really clarify what your true north is. Because once you discover that, what it truly is, not what you've been told from everyone else that it's supposed to be, right? All these supposed to, shoulds, need tos, have tos, must, these dreams that were handed to you, going, this is your dream. And we as children go, okay, this is my dream. And then you wake up every day going, oh God, I've got to go live my dream today. This is about finding your true dream inside because then with this king of wands here, the king of staves, this is you, this fireness, this ability, very entrepreneur, managerial type energy where you have so much ability to lead, to move forward, to really super focus and get things done and have movement. So I feel like that's why they want you to just really know what it is you truly want to do because once you step behind it and you know it, there's nothing that you can't do and that you just move forward with it. So I really like this for you. But it's determining what is your true dream, your true north, and then everything else that doesn't fit in with that. you're chunking out of the way. So all that energy gets super focused towards what you're wanting to head and what you're wanting to do. So that is what is coming through for you, Pink. So many blessings to you. Very cool. I like it, Shirley. I like it. All right, Princess Pinky, you are up. So the rest of the year of 2023, any blessings coming your way? I'm sure there are. Let's take a look here. All right. Yeah, you definitely have. The Queen of Pentacles is a new birth, is abundance, is this coming in here. So you definitely have abundance headed your way in 2023. It is about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. And I just really feel this has a lot to do with standing on your own and allowing yourself to give to yourself here. Because you also, another blessing you have coming in is with the Queen of Swords, which is balancing of heart and mind. But here's the balancing again coming in, very big release of yourself from a lot of expectations that you have around yourself. It represents a lot of freedom that comes in because you're realizing how much of your life that you've been living for other people, trying to make them happy when it's your life that you get stuck living. And so it's like your higher self is really nudging you to, do this, to focus in on you and yourself and your dream and your abundance and nurturing you. So, very much it feels like a get out of jail free card where you can get out of this cage that you've been in for a very long time. And I feel that is very much a blessing. So, I like that for you, Princess Pinky. And that is what they have for you right now. And self love, you are up next. So, self love, upcoming blessings. All right. Cards are flying here. Wow. Yeah. So you definitely have here two tens. The Wheel of Fortune is normally the 10 card in the major arcana, which is an ending and a new beginning. And this is like where what has felt like a burden is falling away. And there's this new passion that kicks in. And the Wheel of Fortune always tells us that it's the tune of for you, the fortune, and that your human even feels with this ending and this beginning that happens is very much a blessing for you. So as you approach something, whatever has been feeling like a burden, this is what is going to be falling away, and there's going to be a significant change in that with this major arcana. Again, it's where you're human, even your human side feels like it's for you, because everything that happens in our life is truly for us, though our human sometimes goes, what, why is that for me? I don't see that. But in this case, your human even feels like, wow, this is so good. How fortunate. So I like this for you, self love, and this is what is headed towards you. Those tens, it might be October when you see the full fruition of that, or maybe 10 weeks. But that 10 really stood out to me. All right. So that is what they have. All right. Up next, we've got Blue Eyes. And you want to know who is manifesting you? Who is deserving of you, right? Let's take a look here. And of course, who are we're not genies that can be summoned. So of course, it's more of like who are who am I attracting while being attracted to, right? Who am I being drawn towards that I'm drawing towards myself? Well, all right. Well, you've got marriage card here, so it definitely is a life partner kind of situation here. Very joyful, very much celebration. And you've got the Prince of Sacred Circles, which is the Knight of Pentacles in the Standard Tarot. So the manifestation is happening a little slowly. But I feel like you're drawing in here someone who is an earth sign. They're very grounded, and they're on this wonderful adventure right now. I feel like what's taking time is that they're discovering their worth and rediscovering or transforming their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. So that's why it's taking a little bit of time, because you're both raising your love vibration so it can draw you in faster. Otherwise, if you guys stay at the energy where you're at, you'll end up rah, rah, you know, ending up what you've other relationships that you guys always have gotten. But this is leading you to a life partnership. That's why it's taking its time, because you're both developing this stronger sense of yourself and your worth. So I like that for you, Blue Eyes. That is who is coming in there for you. And many blessings. All right, Stella. So let's talk about your sister's second marriage. Is it possible? Will she find the love of her life? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit have to say here? Let me just shuffle these up again here. All right. So let's talk about, the second marriage here. All right. Yeah, I do see it here. That's it. I'm just kidding. It's because we have the Eight of Sacred Circles, which is about she's putting in the work, and she will see movement as she clears away and does some good self, evaluation here, because we've got the Six of Wands, which is about movement and victory. So that's confirming that. But one of the things that really she can work on, which helps bring it. Seven of Pentacles, slow moving, takes time for the fruit to grow on the fruit tree. But it's because this is what she can do to help bring this about. Because the love of her life is not going to be like her last husband, which is, excuse me, someone she has to walk on eggshells around, someone that she has to dim her light, someone that doesn't allow her to be herself. Because the Three of Pentacles tells us about being true to her authentic self, not being veered off course because she fears losing support or fears punishment, but that she gets to be true to her. And when she's doing what she loves and is passionate about it, that's where she meets them. And the example they always give me is like pottery class. She wants to learn pottery, and so she goes to pottery class or pottery, type of event or something. And that's where she meets them, because they have a same love, they have a same interest, and they have this attraction that happens too. So I do see a second marriage. I do see that it is possible, but if she stays true to her authentic self, because if she tries to be who she thinks other people think that she should be, she'll blend in with all the rest of the people trying to be who they're trying to be. But when she's her own weird, unique self, with her weird color hair or weird dress or however she does different, being true to her, she stands out, and that's what the person likes. They like the uniqueness of them, not trying to suppress it. They want to allow it to be expressed. So that's what I feel is coming in, Stella. So many blessings to you. All right. Whoop. And Healing Vibes, you are up next. So, how will your destined partner be? Let's take a look here. What are a couple things they want you to know here? Oh, wow. Boom. So, the Sun card here, this is very much Leo energy or fire energy. So, most likely could be a fire sign, but it definitely is someone who's done their inner work, because it does represent inner child with Leo energy. And with the World card, it's ending of major cycles and beginnings. And so they definitely are someone who has learned to let go of old patterns and have done the inner work here. And it does bring this, very, like I said, very brightness, this a lot of fire, 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 which is what makes me feel like it's a Leo and Aries or a Sagittarius, because I feel like it changes your world a bit, with this destined partner because they have such a wonder for life and adventure that not that you are too serious, like you're not like a person who's serious all the time and doesn't laugh a whole lot. I feel like though they bring in this like, why are you being so serious? Like they're always fun, fun, joy, joy, bright, bright, where it might drive you nuts in the beginning because you're like, can't you be serious? And they're like, why are you being so serious? It's just, I feel like they bring a lot of lightness to your life and a lot of joy and everything else, a lot of fire, a lot of passion. So I do like that for you. And that's what they want to tell you right now, little tidbits. All right. So much love to you. Ms. Draw, you are up next. And you want to know, what is he bringing in your life? All right, let's take a look here. Oh, okay. Well, we've got the Lover's card. It's also power of choice as well, because you've got the Two of Staves and the Two of Swords. You got the power of thought, the choice of thought, choice of emotion, choice of energy. So they're really bringing in here the energy of the Chariot card, which is telling you that they are really bringing you this energy, this ability of I am the one that gets to choose what story, what emotion, what energy I put in each moment. Which means for me, it feels like they are bringing in some irritation for you because it's not quite twin flame energy, which a twin flame is like extreme in your face, your lessons, but it feels close to it because you do have on one hand them showing you all of your thoughts and fears and mindsets that restrict you, and they just make you see this, but they also show you your wish fulfillment and give you clarity around what you really want in your life. So I there's these extremes here, and with all these twos and these choices, they're putting it like right there where you have to um, step up and own your fears, your limitations. They do not allow you not to see it. It's like they hold one of those big mirrors in your that magnify where you see all your pores. They're like, look, and you're just like, what are you doing? But it in the long run, of course, it frees you, and it's worth it if you can stand them, if you can, not kill them yourself, right? But I feel like it's passionate. Like I said, it's almost like on the verge of being a twin flame because there's so much draw. You can't get away from them. You are aligned with them in your life, but you can't not see your stuff that they make you see it. So that's what's coming through, Ms. Draw. So enjoy it. It's like a master's class, but it's so, you get the benefits of really seeing it all. So that is what is coming through. All right, Julia, blessings to you. And can we see, should you help people with your gifts? Always, always. Let's take a look here. Yeah, absolutely. So you have the Queen of Swords, which balances the mind and the heart, allowing you to really put your gifts and intelligence and abilities into helping people. And I feel like it does have to do with emotional healing, if that resonates for you here. Because with the Five of Cups, you allow people to see their pain, but you allow them to transform it too. The five is a number of transformation. With it transforming emotions, and with you balancing heart and mind, I just really feel you help people heal by allowing to see different perspectives and allowing, again, this transformation of emotion. So I really feel like it's definitely a beautiful, beautiful emotional gift that you have that you can give others. And so, however you are able to do that, whether it's through painting or meditations or what is it called, where you do your it's not thinking hypnotherapy or something along those lines. Whatever it is, you're able to help, and it's very much encouraged because everything that you've gone through can be like a page in someone else's survival manual, and I feel like you can help a lot of people with the emotional transformations that you've made in your own life. So that is what I feel is coming through, Julia. So many blessings again. All right. And we are to Divine Goddess. So, when will you meet your divine counterpart and how will he be? All right, let's take a look here. See what Spirit has for you here. All right. Well, the when is they're like, you will meet them with the Ace of Cups. It's new love and divine counterpart. But the when is when this is all about self love, and this is the more you it's all in your hands. They're not saying like there's a destined exact time for you to meet them, but that it has to do with the amount of energy you invest in raising your love vibration and your self love. So the more you do that, the faster they come in, staying at the current rate of, self reflection and self love, it'll be a while. They're saying that there's so much dependent upon how much energy you are investing in you, how much energy they are investing into you. So they're like saying it's destined that you meet, but the range is huge, and it all depends on what each of you do. So, yay! I know, but how they'll be is great. The 10 of Pentacles is this dream come true. It's the family, the dog, the kids, the home, the abundance. The 10 of Pentacles is about a full outer life. So it definitely will be full and wonderful, but it's gonna be worth the wait, unfortunately. But, what's great is that the timing is in both of your hands. You can do your part, which is what, is great. It's not in someone else's hands. So it's the both of you working on your inner love, which is a win-win, right? Because the more you expand your self-love and increase your love vibration, not only do you get to experience this unconditional love from above, but also it opens up your pipeline of love to the outside world, to the humans. So you're able to give and receive more love the more you expand your self love. So it's a great preparation for both of you. But that's what they have for you right now, Divine Goddess. So many blessings to you. All right, we'll continue moving down the list here. Gari, you'll be my next free reading, but I do have an additional donation. Thank you so much. It's moi. And your second question, oh, the follow up. So, the new person you're excited to know more about. Oh, so how will he be in terms of career, personality, etc., if possible? Well, we'll take a look here. It's always a scavenger hunt. They don't want to give us too much at the same time because they enjoy us the journey, the search, right? Your higher self. On the other side, we don't get to journey. We just like, I wonder, I wonder what it's like over there. We're there, right? So we'll give you little tidbits here. I know, right? Any information. Well, we like the 8 of Cups. Didn't you just have this? So they also are leaving behind, and they very much can relate to leaving behind emotions that no longer serve and headed off into this direction. So that's good. Emotional baggage has been left behind, which we really, really like, right? Um, yeah, and it is the 4 of Wands. So this is someone, yeah, right? And it is someone that is this is marriage that comes up here. So it is a significant partnership. It is this joining together. So I love the stability that comes with all of that. And in addition to the 8 of Cups, the 8 of Swords is here. Oops. So they have left behind. Eights are very much about movement, and so this is they've learned to leave behind emotions and friendships, partnerships, whatever, relationships that no longer serve to move forward, but they also learned to let go of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve. So very emotional and self-aware here, which we like. And also, they have a spiritual connection. We've got the strength card, which is our human and our higher self. You can see the infinity symbol in the clouds. They have this connection to their higher self. Queen of Cups, too. The queen is not only do they um, co rule over the emotions um, with the king, they also all the queens are given a second portion of water, so they're the masters of emotion. Did did we talk about them being a water sign? Because that would definitely be a water sign as well. Is that was that your reading? They're all meshing together in my brain. But I definitely feel they have this spiritual connection because the Queen of Cups is like the high priestess. They're able to dive deep into their emotions, connect to the higher realms, go behind the veil. They might be a little bit of a introvert at times, enjoying alone time as well. But I do like this for you because I feel that it is something that's in alignment with what you are headed towards in your connection with the spirit world. So they don't think it's silly. They understand spirit and they are intrigued by it and they want to search and have this awareness of it, but they're not like a super woo woo, to the extreme. I like the balance. Again, I think did we have the King of Cups? Because I feel like they're balanced. Like they understand the spirit world, but they also put it into perspective and bring it in. Okay, and bring it in. That feels right. It's bringing in they make it make sense in the physical world, in the human world. It's not all magic and smoke and mirrors. They're like, I understand you like this connection. Do you see this like in astronomy and then also in um, science has shown this and proven this. I just like this wonderful joining together there. So that is what they have for you. It's moi, nice little tidbits. I like it. And again, thank you so much for your second donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right, Gauri, we are back to you. And so you want some guidance from the universe. Let's take a look here and see what they have coming in here. All right, sorry, I'm just thirsty tonight. All right. Well, you do have here a lot of earth energy with the sacred circles. You have both the 4 and the 8, which are good balanced numbers. The 4 pentacles for you, which is what this is, represents a nice stability. Think of 4 as a table with 4 big, huge legs on it. It's a very solid foundation. And I like this. I feel like you've been putting in work. You've been really building a solid foundation in the outside world, though it may have been feeling like it's been taking forever. But the 8 of sacred circles here, the 8 of pentacles, tells you you have done the work. You have put in the blood, the sweat, and the tears. And it's like an apprentice who's done all of that and they're ready for graduation. If you've put a lot of effort into a relationship, it's about to move either up or out. Things in your outside world and whatever you've been investing this energy in cannot stay the same, whether it's job, education, like I said, love, relationship, whatever it is, there's this movement. And whatever it is for you and it is for your benefit. So it's like, if it is a relationship and it's like, well, you are ready, you've done all this work and it needs to move up, or you need to get out, there's no more. um, Whatever is happening in your life, you're evolving, you are moving, and if people won't go with you, they can't follow you because they can't survive where you're headed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this: the job needs to change, the people need to change, whatever it needs to change, but you have done it and you're moving up. So allow things. If they fall away, then that's because they couldn't go where you need to go, and that you'll, if it's like a love you were looking for, you will find a love down the road that is more in alignment with where you're going to be. The other person would hold you back and try to dim your light, try to, keep you down instead of helping you expand. And that's kind of job too, or whatever it is that you've been working on. But it is time, and I like that for you. So that is what is coming in for you, Gauri. So many blessings to you. All righty. And we are to Grace. So, Grace, you want to know, how can you approach the current situation more efficiently? All right. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit has here for you. All right. So, you do have the power of choice coming in here, and the Six of Swords. So this is about changing your perspective, allowing old ways of thinking to fall away and be open to new ways of thinking about things. Looking at what fears are there, what fears of losing conditional love, fears of failure, fears of rejection, whatever the fear is. It's about leaving them behind and moving into a new way of thinking, because the Two of Cups here, in addition to romance and a partnership and blah blah blah, uh, not to downplay relationships and love, but for this one, it's your guides. They're being funny. But the Two of Cups is your power of emotional choice, which tells you that in any moment you get to choose what emotion you want to focus. It also, you know, brings up always the power of choice, that whatever is happening in a moment, we decide what story we're put into it with our thought, what emotion we want to feel as we go through it, and what energy we're investing in it too. And every moment is either of unconditional love or the fears of losing conditional love. So, again, those three swords, moving from fears to different ways of thinking. And so you can approach a situation more efficiently by stepping away, seeing things from a different perspective, a higher perspective, one that doesn't have fear attached to it, understanding those fears that you're leaving behind. So whether it's relationship or job or whatever it may be, it's like, what am I fearing with this? Am I attached to an outcome? What am I trying to change? Who am I trying to be? Who am I trying to make other people be? It's like really approaching it from a different place of going, why am I trying to control? But when you understand what you're fearing, you're released from the fears. And I feel like that's what can help you transform and, approach the situation differently. So I like that for you, Grace. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. Yeah, next up, we have Divine Feminine Chronicles. Hello, hello. So you'll be my next free reading, but I do have a donation. Thank you so much, Layla, for your donation. I am doing well. I hope you're doing well. You want to know how M will see you for your first date. Ooh, what's going to happen in the future between us? All right. So we'll look at the current energies. Of course, the future can be in fluctuation and changes by our choice. We have so much control over what happens in our life, we don't realize the extent to what it is. So let's take a look here. All right. All right. Well, I like how the first date goes here because we've got the 10 of cups, overflowing emotion. Ace of stabs, ace of wands, passion, new excitement, new energy. So the first date goes very well. You're very much feeling emotionally like there's just this wonderful connection that's there, both in the emotions and in the body and attraction and everything else. So um wow, no. It might get a little warm there, and as far as, like, the future here, um, there is some, it just feels like, oh, just a normal relationship full of work and blood, sweat, and tears. You got the Four of Swords, which is, we question our expectations. This is all about the, um, peace of mind, as we figure out what expectations that we've had in the past. We've got the Five of Cups, the pain of the past that we're working through. It's the normal stuff, nothing too extreme here. We do have the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups is normally like the nostalgia card, or like you've known them in your life. Like, oh, we've known each other for a long time. But if you have not met them before, and this is someone brand new, part of all this, he looks hot. Woo! Part of this connection is that it's like a past life connection. You feel like you've known each other before, and you just have this that you're just like, I feel like it's an old friend meeting again, right? And I really like it. It's this connection that comes in like you've known them before. Yeah, I know, right? I like it for you. And so it's very, very good. What is it? The meme I saw, you know, um, well, yeah, I mean, this is like the mutual thing. The 10 of cups, the passion is mutual. This is, what they feel. That's why there's this connection that you both feel. It's just like, whoosh, right? Um, I forget, there's this meme that says, when you meet someone and you're like, "Oh my gosh, it's been 2,000 years since I've seen you." And a week after knowing him, you're like, "Oh, now I know why we haven't talked for 2,000 years." But that's just funny. It's a funny joke. That's not what's gonna happen there. So a little ha ha ha. So I like this for you, Layla. So look out. Ah, very good. Very good. I'm glad you're stepping out of the relationship. Well, that's what's great too. Whenever we leave like a relationship that was so much telling us what we didn't want in our life, that we appreciate someone so much when we meet someone who is, right? Even much more than we would have had we not met this other person. So we kind of do a little bowing. Thank you for helping me appreciate this new person so much more than I ever would have had I not met you. So I like it. Absolutely. And thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Just going to close my blinds here. Getting spooky dark outside. All right. And I do have a couple of other donations that came in here. All right. Hey, Renee, thank you so much for your donations here. And let's take a look here. All right. Did you make two donations? Let me see here. All right. Sorry, I'm just double checking here because I'm not sure if this is the same one twice, or let me just read them really quick here. Thank you guys for your patience. And hey, Renee, thank you for your donation or donations here. Okay. right. All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do see 2 in there. So if you, uh well, I see 2 emails came through. I haven't checked the actual site. So if it is, an additional one, then you can have credit for another one, in the future, or if you wanna ask more, you of course can. But I do show 2 emails, so I think it did get sent twice. Alright, so question number 1 about the why. Let's take a look here. We're coming out of Mercury retrograde today. We're actually going into the post shadow. So things should stop acting up so much, but we're still fresh on it. So I understand. All right. And then you want to just know the laser was the second question. All right. So let's take a look here and see what we have. The first one. Wow. Yeah. So we do have here action, action, fire, fire, movement, 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 the 9 of wands, the ace of wands. So this is about action and moving past any barriers and blocks that you were having here. So I do feel here that this will help get past. It's like this is the barrier. Like it's almost like I've had stubborn, you know, um, things on my body that I've wanted to overcome, and it just can't get by it. And it's like, yeah, this fire that you put in here is important, but also just make sure to take care of yourself while you're doing it too. You don't have to overdo it, but I feel like the activity does help here with that. And of course, with your questions, um, I'm not a licensed medical professional or what do they call them? The fitness, individual. So this is for entertainment purposes only. So that's what I have. And then the second question that you had there was getting the laser um, 3 times. Will that help there? Um, you know, I feel like here we've got the 8 of swords, which the 8 of swords is moving past our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have made us feel limited and trapped and blinded, and again, there's like this is what's been blocking, and there's this movement forward. We've got the Page of Cups, which is, new emotion, 2 of Cups, power of emotional choice here. And I feel like they're saying that it just feels like, um, I don't know. It doesn't feel like yeah, they will and da 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 da. It feels like they're guiding you more to so sorry, looking at the inner love and all of this. It just feels like that you don't need to do that. I'm sorry, I just have a scratch in my throat. I'm so sorry. So, I just feel like with all of these that there's just other things to focus on, and that the belief and the feel the need to do it is more, it's okay, it's about different emotional choices around yourself and that it's not, needed. And that it's okay, and I like it. It's like you don't have to overdo it. It's something you want to do for yourself, but I just feel like it's not. Um, there's not this big like, yeah, go for it kind of energy around it, if that makes sense. So that is what is coming through on those, Renee, and thank you again so much for your donations. So if you have additional questions, just let me know. I know that you have a credit here. So if you have more to ask now, you can just ask them, or if you think of some later, we'll of course prioritize those. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Alrighty. Okay. Yeah. Just to check in, what are their energies today? Sure. Let's take a look here. I don't mind checking in on their energies. I'm all into this love story. All right. Let's take a look here. Mhm. So we still have the passion that's going here, bubbling, bubbling, bubbling in here with the Knight of Wands. And I like this, the Eight of Sacred Circles. There is this movement in the physical world, like they are definitely wanting action and wanting movement forward in your relationship, your interactions. So I like that. I see here, this is the Hanged One is the transformation, right? And the Empress is the new birth. This coming in here for sure. If you're able to have children, and you don't want children, be very careful because this new birth and this baby, big whoop 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 signs here. But I do like the overall. I mean, you've got two major arcana, which is this birthing, this movement, this passion, sensuality. And I know that there's a little bit of a delay. There's this transformation. So they do want it to move very, very fast. But of course, I think you said they're out of country for a little bit, right? So it's like there's this little delay, but they are looking forward to this as well. Yep. And here you guys are. You got the Aries Emperor fiery energy, and you got the Queen of Wands, Queen of fiery energy. So definitely the energy towards you is very much this attraction, this passion, this draw, this uh, very much, Emperor and Empress. Well, they already had the Empress, so they had to give you the Queen of Wands to say, that it's a lot of, the Emperor and the Empress, divine counterparts, very much together. So, very, very positive things, of course. So, I really like all of this. And those are the current energies. So, I like it for you. So, thank you. All righty. And we had left off up here somewhere over the rainbow. Let's see. So, I think Divine Feminine Chronicles. That's who we had left off on. Sorry, I highlighted, but I clicked off somewhere, so it wiped it out. But I think that's where we left off. And I am doing well today, Divine Feminine Chronicles. Hopefully, you are doing well. What do you need to know at this time? So let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know at this time? All right. Yeah, this all makes sense here. So you're on this wonderful journey of cutting away, the 10 of swords, this person here is not dead. All these swords are it's just like stick a fork in me, I'm done. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of living up to all these expectations. These supposed to be, these should be, the need to be, the have to be. I want to be free. I want to love the way I want to love. So this has love all over it. There's also, of course, the star card, which has to do with what is my wish fulfillment? What is it that I want? I don't want, I'm tired of trying to live up to what everyone else says, love is supposed to be. And so you're at this place with the 10 of swords that you're ready to slice away and cut away and escape from this prison of all the who you're supposed to love, how you're supposed to love, who you are supposed to be in love, blah blah blah. And you're getting clarity here around what it is that you are wanting in love. So I like it for you. this is the guidance from the universe right now saying continue to look at that and question why is it that I feel I'm supposed to be this or that they're supposed to be this or this is how it's supposed to unfold, and can I trust the creator and all that beautiful posse of support to bring me the perfect person in the perfect way, in the perfect timing? Hallelujah, we can. So I feel like there's this opening and this release and this relief that comes from it all too. So I really like that for you, Divine Feminine Chronicles. So many, many blessings to you. That is what they have right now. All righty. So, Golden, you are up next. So, who is in love with you? Isn't it an easier question to ask who is not? All right, let's take a look here. Who does Spirit wants you to know has love towards you? All right. So I feel like this is a Capricorn energy here, the devil, it's Saturn, Capricorn, type of energy. So it's a big thinker. Definitely we have swords energy here. This is all about thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. So it is someone that, Capricorn energy, but very intellectual, very in their minds a lot, right? And I feel like that you won't know. Um, uh, well, I mean, you're pretty intuitive, so you might pick up on it, but going wondering why you don't see any physical um evidence. Like, why do I feel like they like me? There's like no reason why I should, but I feel like they do. I feel this energy from them, but they're very intellectual. They keep it all up here and they keep their emotions really in the dark and kept away from people. And so this is someone who has love for you, but they have a very, very hard time showing love to anyone. They don't express it a whole lot because they are up here a lot. Maybe they overthink a little bit too. But hopefully, maybe that tells you who it is. You're like, I know who that is. But that's the one of them that love you right now. So I feel like there is a few more, but this one is the one Spirit wants you to know about. So that is what they have for you, Golden. Hey, Momo, you are up next. So I am doing well. I hope you are doing super well. Um, so you're asking if anyone did black magic on you, and if yes, can you clarify maybe if it's a family member, a friend, or whatever, or maybe we can tell you a zodiac sign. Sure. So before we do that, whenever we talk about black magic and curses and different things like that, Spirit always likes to just show for everyone who's listening that no one can impact us unless we give them the energy. They always give me the story of a vampire in this story, they have to be invited in, but we get a knock on the door and we look through the peephole and we see it's a vampire. We open it up and they're like, invite me in. And we're like, no. And then they're like, well, there's different scenarios, but I'm streamlining it for the sake of time. But this last scenario is that they're like, well, according to this contract in my handwriting, you have to give me 2 bags of blood if you don't invite me in. So they throw empty bags, blood bags in, and they're like, so you need to give me blood. And we're like, okay. And so we draw 2 bags of blood and we give it to them. They take a straw and they drink it and they throw them back in and give me 2 more. We're the ones giving away the energy. They can't impact us unless we allow it, or like we invite them in. Okay, we'll come in. Rah, we're the ones inviting them in, but we can uninvite them back out. No one, we are powerful beings. A power of choice and will are ours for our impact on our life. No one, people can send energy towards us, but if we don't take it in, we're like, nope, return to sender, you know. So realize the power that you hold and that no one has the power over us. When we give into the fears, our energy is growing the fears, right? If someone tells me, I've put a curse on you And now, you are going to have, um, you know, I don't know, what gross thing can we have come in here? You're going to get dandruff. Okay. Oh, well, if I fear and go, oh my gosh, I fear that I'm going to get dandruff. I fear I'm going to get dandruff. I am uh, putting my energy and growing that and bringing it on myself. If I'm like, "Psh, whatever, and don't give it any attention, it will never come to me because I'm not putting my energy into it and they can't force it upon me. So, all of that said, we can still find out if there's someone that's playing games, right? That is telling you, or if you feel like there's something there. No. No, we've got the Hierophant here, which, is not black magic. The Hierophant is about an inner growth, an inner truth, seeing things from a higher perspective, discovering who you truly are. So, yeah, and you have this freedom that comes in here, this freedom of no expectations, this freedom from fears, is what these represent here. So seeing this is the master, the Hierophant, and these are beautiful. The full card is like this journey free of no expectations, no fears that are restricting your adventure and your path. And the King of Swords rules over thought and belief and mindset. This is about seeing things from a higher perspective, which is what we're doing here too. So all of this, reinforces that no, there's a higher truth. Um, Black magic and curses and all that is just a fear-based energy that only works if we invest our energy into the fear. So that is what they have for you, Momo. Hopefully that makes sense. But let me know if you have any questions on that. So many blessings to you. All righty. And Annabelle Anna, you are up. I am enjoying my day. Hope you're enjoying yours. So, what's coming next for you in love? Let's take a look here. All right. Well, we've got the Empress card here, which is new birth, a new passion, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So, it is a time you do have love coming your way. It's in the birthing process. But this is nurturing yourself, and it has to do with this Six of Pentacles here. We talk about the Six of Pentacles a lot on this channel for readings because it comes up like so much, and it makes sense because in our present day, it's so natural for us to have these tendencies, and these beliefs of an out of balance giving and receiving rate of exchange. And when you go back and when it's talking here about looking at your the self, the self nurturing of the Empress, looking into this tendency to overgive. It's like codependency awareness card, but it's the overgivingness that comes in. And when we realize, "Wow, where did this come from? Why do I always feel the need to overgive and I never get back? I never have abundance come in or love come in, and I can't receive it or they won't give it. Even when I, in my mind, my conscious mind, want people to give to me." Well, it goes back to 7 years old and younger when our emotional body is being created and there's someone in our life. Usually parents are the usual suspects because they are the ones that we're wanting so much love and attention from. We do so much trying to get it, but we get a little bit back because they're busy trying to have a roof over the head and provide food and make sure all the siblings and everyone else is getting attention. There's just not a whole lot for them to give, and so we get a little bit. So we get this rate of exchange where we give 1,000 love coins and only get one love coin back. That seeps down into our subconscious and we don't question it till later in life when we're going, why is this happening to me? Then we can bring it to our consciousness and go, why, you know, who was it that I had to overgive to when I was younger? And when we realize, oh, it was so and so, whatever, whoever it was, we're able to go in and edit that 1,000 and change it to 1, and we bring it to 1 to 1 instead of 1 to 1,000, it goes in. These barriers that were created go away, and it allows us to draw in love and receive love. So I feel like love is on its way, but for you, for your benefit, so you don't go into this codependency relationship where you get resentful and exhausted from overgiving and getting very little back. This is allowing this to open up so that you're going to have this higher love vibration and have that come in. So that is what they have for you, Annabelle. So many, many blessings to you. I appreciate that. All right. All righty. We are to Cynthia Brito. Hello, hello. Okay. So the baby father is saying that you can quit your job and that they'll pay the bills. Wow. Didn't we said that, didn't we? That you were going to get assistance from them and it was going to be in a way that you didn't think was going to be possible, right? So will he be okay if you quit your job or should you work a few months more time to help? So let's see what's for your highest experience here, to continue to work or to quit like they're asking you to here. I like it. Wow. All right. All right. So we've got emotional stability here with the fours, and we have the sacred, the sevens of pentacles, which is like, the fruit grows and all that. And I feel like here, really, it's like you have harvest either way. It's whatever brings you feelings of emotional stability. They don't have like a should. There's not like either way. It's you'll just have more, you know, if you do that. But I feel like this is asking them what would they like to do? Offer that to them and say, something that I feel like I would like to do if this makes you feel better, if it makes you feel like I want to do it, just ask them and just say, would how do you feel about this? And listen to them, you know? If they're like, "No, you don't need to. I'm gonna take care of everything. I'd much rather you rest and you prepare and da 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 da," then do it, right? So I like it. I just feel like there's not a should, that neither is necessarily more beneficial. It's like, is it worth it? The tiredness and all that? Or you're like, you know what? I would be more emotionally stable if I just stayed home and I didn't work more, you know. I really feel like they're allowing it to be up to you, that there's not, it's like a when you do a cost benefit analysis of both, it comes out even. So they're like, whatever you want to do. But I feel like they're also saying just um, offer it to them, and whatever they say, if they're like, you don't need to worry about it, then you choose for you, right? So that's what I feel. That's awesome, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I love it, Cynthia. They love to speak so clearly to you, and many blessings to you. And enjoy your mamaness. Happy Mama's Day to you, by the way, for your current babies and your newer baby as well. All righty. So we'll continue moving down the list here. And we are to Christy O'Connor. Hello. Hi. What is Spirit's message for you for this week? All right, let's take a look here. What else? All right. Wow. Well, it feels like it's a week of wonderful emotion here. And we've got the Ace of Cups and we've got the Moon. Moon is emotion. This, of course, is emotion. But this is more of a filling up and overflowing type of energy. And with the Moon here, I just feel like this represents the love from above as well. And So I feel like they really are saying it's important for you to take time like a high priestess, a daily practice this next week. Even if it's just 5 minutes every day, do some sort of little ritual, a little sacrifice of some sort. And I like this for you. They're just being very, very interesting. Like if it's lighting a little incense stick and just showing gratitude. And then the next day, having some grapes and you put it out by a tree for squirrels or animals. And then the next day, you do something else. It's like every day, do this little gratitude back, and it's this beautiful connection that just changes the energy of the day, of each and every day, and it just brings this feeling of overflowing because I feel like it's a daily little separate creative act of gratitude. It just is transformative for you next week, and I really like that, how inventive that is. So your spirit guides all about the creativity this next week. So I feel like this is what they have for you, Christy. So easy breezy. Um, but let your creativity flow. I really like that. And that's what they have for you. So many, many blessings to you. All right. We'll continue moving down the list here. You are very welcome. New love, you are funny. Clawing at a distance. All right. Miss Sweet like honey. Hello, hello. So why did meeting David what did meeting David mean, and why are you drawn to him? Okay, very good. I read your second portion there too. So let's take a look here and see what is this around David? What's this draw? What's the meaning of this? What is going on? So let's take a look here. All right. Mm. Yeah, it's a soul thing, for sure. We've got the Fool card, which can represent like a new journey, a new adventure that's free of expectation. But it's the Zero card too, which represents our soul. And so I feel like it's the soul connection. And the Eight of Cups is about leaving behind emotions that no longer serve. We head towards this magical place of like kind of like this wish fulfillment, energy that's there. And I feel like there's just this soul connection that it just feels like, um, you know, it's like normally would be the Six of Cups that would tell me that it's a past life, um, connection. Like you've known them before, and there's this clicking where you're just like, I don't get it. It feel like I've known them for a very long time, but I've just met them, right? And I because the Six of Cups is like two before this, which with that Stonehenge, it's really standing out to me, and I almost feel like this is a past life connection to a time of when Stonehenge was being built, like that type of era. And I almost feel like there's this draw to that, and that it has a special meaning maybe for both of you too, possibly. But I just feel like it's that type of thing, and that it is this, past life connection that has just come back around for you guys. Of obviously, it is significant. Um, it is divine, but I don't feel. I feel like a part of it is leaving behind old emotions that no longer serve and allowing you to be pulled forward. I don't necessarily feel here. Let's see, is this a relationship in this lifetime? Is it going to be romantic, or is it more of a stepping stone to help you move past something old? Let's take a look here. I just want to pull one more card here. Yeah, I feel like it's the Three of Swords is this healing of disappointment from the past. These are fears of, expectations equal disappointment, old heartbreak, and all that. I feel like they're designed to help you move forward and move past some old heartbreak. I don't necessarily feel like this is a relationship. And I apologize. I'm just going to pull a quick card here from these sweet dreams. I just feel like it's like more of a soulmate kind of stepping stone, but I do want to get clarity here just real quick. Spirit is nudging me. Okay. Or maybe I'm just being nosy. Probably the latter. Well, you've got messages which says, I am receiving powerful messages from my guides right now. I trust my feelings. So they're like, just trust your feelings, go with it. They're not telling us if it's a long-term relationship, but it's definitely a past connection you have from a past life is where this draw is coming in. And it's like they're helping you move past some old fears, some old emotions and relationships, letting go and moving towards something. And that's what they're willing to tell us right now. I feel like they don't want to tell you where it leads because they want it'll take away from the power of what is happening, whether it is not forever or if it is forever for the rest of this lifetime. They're like, it's the not knowing that's part of this process. So I know that's your guides. You talk to them, the sweet like honey. So that's what's coming through. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. We'll continue moving down the list here. All right, we took care of those. Let me just make sure I'm not skipping over anyone. All right, Rhonda, hello, hello. You are very welcome for your reading this morning. And you're wondering is Rex's energy um, and his motive towards you. All right, let's take a look here and see what. All right, whoa, ding. Let's see what their motivations are here. So their energies right now, this is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture taking care of themselves, focused on themselves, focused on their abundance. There's also this, you know, sensuality that's there, right? Motivations, I feel like we've got the King of Swords here. Do we get this a lot with him? I just feel like, this is like an air sign where they roll over air. All the kings are given a second portion of air, so they're the master of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. I feel like they just get caught up in their head a lot. And just the motivations here just feel more about um, being nurtured, not about nurturing others. I just feel there's so much in their head about what they want, what they're thinking about life, and it's about um, not that you're a mother to them, but it almost is that kind of feel like I want you to mother me. I want you to care for me, take care of me and everything. And I don't give anything back. I just want you to take care of me. This is the kind of energy that's there. And adding into that with our reading this morning that you deserve to have someone in your life like you, not someone who is like, gimme, 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 but someone that wants to give to you. And it's this mutual giving to each other. But when you're giving 90% and they're giving 10, you are constantly drained in this interaction. And I just feel like their motivations are all about them at this time in their life. So I do not like him for you. Your spirit guides do not like them for you. Neither do I. But I feel that coming through. I get to feel their emotions and they're just like, no, no. It's like a bunch of big brothers that are like going, no, we're going to kick his butt because he's not good enough for you. So that's what's coming through, Rhonda. So hang in there, my dear. All right. Hey, Phyllis. All right. I'm just making sure here. All right. All right. We've answered those. We've answered those. All right. Arpita, you are up next here. Yes, Julia, I did get to your question if you have not found that already. So, Arpita, please guide me on who will are you going to marry and your age difference. Oh, that's I haven't had that one before. So let's take a look here. Who will you marry? Let's see what spirit would like you to know. Okay. All right. So we've got here who you will marry. You've got the Three of Cups, which is someone very joyful, very vibrant, very, outgoing. And so very, very, it's kind of fiery signish to me. It's just someone who's just very excited about life. Feel like they're from a different world, an alien. No, but this is about ending of major cycles and beginning of new things. But I just feel like they're from a different world, like a different part of the world. I just feel like the difference here. So I don't feel like there's someone that is from around where you are. It might be like maybe not necessarily a foreigner, but like a family that had moved and they're the first generation in your country where their parents, came there. So, wherever you might live, like if you're in India and they're from China, it's that kind of not necessarily that particular thing, but it's that type of energy there. And let's take a look here and see your age difference here. Let's see if spirit, I'm going to use these playing cards and see if spirit will give you an answer. Okay. Anything else with that? All right, last pass. Okay, no. So I feel like it's 2 years difference. So very close in age. And I kind of felt that too when I saw these cards here. It feels like, they're around the same age as well. So I like that for you, Arpita. That's the little tidbit that they'll give you right now. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. Hey, Rose with the R. All right. So we've done that. We've done that. We've done that. All right. All right. So, Amber, you'll be my next free reading, but I do have a donation. Thank you so much, AF Gemini, for your donation. And absolutely my pleasure. Glad to see you. And you're feeling burnt out right now. Am I still open? Yeah, I am. So you're feeling burnt out right now, AF Gemini, frustrated with a lot of things. When will this feeling pass? All right, let's take a look here. And let's take a look. Whoa, right? What else? Okay. All right. Oh, okay. I like that. Wow. Oh my gosh. All right. You got a lot of fire going on here, so I can tell here. You've got the eight of wands, the three of wands. You got the nine of wands, the 10 of wands. So definitely I understand. It feels like there's a lot of activity, lot of stuff going on. And I can see why you're burnt out here because you've got this the nine of wands is about bumping your head up against some blocks, and the 10 of wands is the burden, feeling like you've just reached the end, invested so many things, right? So yeah, I mean there's definitely a lot of energy that's been invested there. um but I like this because I do see this new beginning with the Empress card coming here. It's a new birth. It's this new, and this is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. I feel like it's time for you to kind of take a step back. And with the 10 of Wands, too, you reevaluate where you are investing all of your energy. And it is time for this reboot, with the 3 of Wands, it tells you that you change directions. You're taking command of the ship, and you're deciding what are these things, right? They're like, okay, so I've got urgent things that are demanding my attention, a lot of my energy, but are they truly important? Hmm. Oh, right. Because I feel like um, there's been a lot of things that have demanded your attention, and but they're not necessarily important. And there is this clarity coming in. What is it that is truly important? It's like I call it like finding your true north, finding what's important. And then you look at where you're investing all your energy. And once you remember your why and what you're wanting and where you're wanting to head, some of the important things are like, you don't support my why, and I don't need to invest energy. Oh, but you've got to. And they're like, no, I don't. You are not, you know, for where I'm wanting to go. So it's like, you know, it is like this ship back here that has a bunch of stuff on it. There it goes. And it's like, you know what? I want to go faster. It's taking so much energy. Overboard, overboard, overboard. These weighty things that, like, I do not need to invest energy in you anymore. And so you're like, okay, I don't need to do this, I don't need to do that. Some of it is fear of, well, what will people think if I don't help them out or do that or do this? And it's like, well, it's time for you with this Empress to put yourself first. It's Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing you. This allows all of this energy. So, because it's like you go from investing energy in 10 things to investing energy in 2 things, and all that other 8 energies come back to you, and this is what regenerates you and gives you this, you know, new excitement, this new passion, this new energy, and it's because you're choosing for you rather than for others. So, hopefully that makes sense, and you're understanding already things of like, "Yep, yep, I know exactly 3 things I'm gonna cut out right now," it's like, "Okay, is it really bringing me the benefit? Is it truly in alignment with my true north?" And, that'll be your decision maker on what you keep and what you don't. So, I like it. That's what they have for you, AF Gemini. So, hopefully that is helpful, and again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right, James, thank you so much for your additional donation. So, do we see Patty and you having children together? Ooh, all right. Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit say here. Will there be chillins? All right. I think here we have the sun, abundance, power, bigness, very much Leo energy um, that comes in there. So let's see what else they have to say here. I feel like that is a possibility of a yes there. Yeah, and then you got the Prince of Cups, a movement of emotion, wah wah wah. So I do feel that that is, represents like romance and, of course, emotional movement that comes in here. All right, let's see what these bring in here too. Okay. So, yeah, the 8 of Cups, which is leaving behind old emotions, and you head off to the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, right? Well, you also have the Star card, which is a wish fulfillment card. So it's like dreams come true. So if that is a dream that you have, this would be affirmative with that. There definitely is this possibility, with everything else we've talked about the things that have to happen for the relationship to move forward. You got the 2 of Cups coming in here, and the Emperor, which is Aries energy, newness, new birth. Again, we've got Leo energy and Aries energy, so a lot of passion ignited here. So Um, this feels like very much like a yes to me, with the possibilities are strongly there. Um, how many? How many children, you ask? Let's go to the playing cards and see if Spirit's willing to tell us what the possibilities of children, of how many. All right. Wow. Five. Possibility of up to five chillins. Oh my goodness. Um, let me see here. Are any of those twins? Gonna pop them out two at a time. Two sets of twins and a single. Okay, so there is one single. Let's see what else. So I was just saying that two sets of twins and a single, and then they're all single. Oh, maybe triplets. Is there another single? Of course, this is all experiment with these new cards here. Yeah. And then you have the king of clubs, which the king represents, what is that? 10, 11, 12, 13, which is the 1 3. So we're not sure. Not quite sure there. It didn't give me total confirmation there, but I do feel like it's up to five children. So hopefully, because I didn't. Did you ask that before and we got three? I'm not sure, but it's constantly growing. That is what I have for you, James. So hopefully that resonates for you there. And I do like that. Again, thank you so much for your additional donation. All right, Amber, we're back to you. Good evening to you and happy Mother's Day to all the mommies and the daddies that are mommies too. I know everyone does all the dual jobs these days, right? Some moms are dad and mom too, right? So you'd like a general reading. Let's see what Spirit has for you here. All right. What else, please? All right. All right. Well, I put the Sun card back in. It came out again here, along with the King of Wands, another more brightness here. This is very much Leo energy, and here's Leo energy coming in here too. But there is a lot of passion, a lot of energy that's coming in for you right now. So you have this great ability to whatever you put your mind to, that you can have some victory, you can have a lot of movement, whatever you focus your energy on, pshoo, it definitely grows very fast. So normally, the King of Staves, the King of Wands does tell us where we invest our energy is what grows and expands. But when you have the combination of this and the energy that I'm getting for you, it's like you're in super manifestation mode. Maybe the stars are in alignment for you, but whatever you focus on grows very fast. It draws it in very fast. So if you focus on fears, whoosh, if you fear something's going to leave your life, it's going to get repelled out of your life. If you fear something's going to come in, you draw it in fast. But also, if you focus on gratitude, you draw in more things to be grateful for. You focus in on joy and love, and all this expands very fast. So, right now, it isn't a very important time to be aware of where you're investing your energy and where it will expand. So, that is what they have for you right now, Amber. I like it. Use the power. All righty. All right. So, all love. No, I did not miss your question, all love. I'll be getting to you next. It'll be the next free reading coming up here. And I believe you'll be my last free reading for this evening. Let me just make sure here. Yeah. But I do have a donation. So I will jump to that and I shall return. All right, Crescent Moon, thank you so much for your donation. And will you hear from Pisces you were hoping to hear today? All right, let's take a look here. See what is going on. Will you hear from the Pisces? All right, let's take a look. Just want to reshuffle those. All right, so what? Okay, what else? Anything else? Okay. Well, we've got this, the 6 of Swords is movement of thought and belief, and the 10 of Swords, which is, letting the expectations go here. Because, we've got, 6 of Swords is letting go of old ways of thinking, moving to new ways of thinking. The 10 of Swords is letting it go and, coming up. And so we do have this coming in here, and, we have the 2 of Cups, and so this is emotional choice. But with these coming in here, I just feel like it's like, yeah, um, I don't feel like with these cards that it's today. But they do have that, there will be connection. And I kind of feel like they give you this kind of encouragement that, you are an important person in their life. It's just they just don't express things, I like that they're in this process of them, that they're changing things and they're in this healing journey. But communication skills, especially we're coming out of Mercury retrograde, which is all about communication. The more we move away from today, closer to June 1st, that is our when it goes direct fully. Right now, we're going into its pre-shadow here. Um, so I wanted to take a look here to see if they'll give us any guidance on when will connection come out here. Yeah, I feel like we've got the 9 of Hearts and the 2 of Spades. The sorry, the clubs. 2 of Clubs is 2 of Wands, which is about power of choice, which again comes in here. 9 of Hearts is like a wish fulfillment type of thing, but I just feel like they're in such a split. They just indecision is seems to be like their thing. These well has always been, but I feel like they're still caught in this. I feel like with the 6 of Swords that there will be communication that will come, but more, just like June, because the 6 is really standing out to me here. When the 9 first came out, I was like June 9th, but it just feels like it's so much up in the air right now with where they're at emotionally and very much mentally. I feel like this is a lot of their energy, but yeah. I just want to pull a couple more cards here. I am being nosy. Yeah, I feel like they do think about you, but like again, all of these, here's the nightmare and and they just have all this thinking, thinking, thinking. They definitely think about you. They think about everything. I think that's a big part of the problem. Less thinking, more action. But I do see here we've got the 7 of Pentacles, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruits. This, things are a coming, things are a moving. It's just taking time, and I know they're like this is like spirit recognizing that you feel like a lot of burden here, and you're like ready to set it down. It's like you're just getting to the point where like this is just becoming very heavy, you know but I like that there's this it's funny what your spirit guides are showing me because it's like, um, you get to this point of All right, it's just too much. It's too much to handle, and you're about to put down all these 10, all these 10 wands, right? And so you're gonna put them down, and then, ding, oh, there's a text. And it's like, okay, all hope is received. I have a new strength to carry it longer. So there's like this perseverance of their like, if the burden becomes too much, you can put it down. um, yeah. So I know Crescent Moon. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Um, so that's what's coming in. So I know. What are you gonna do? But many blessings to you. Thank you so much for your donation there. Yes, Miss Sweet Like Honey, I did complete yours maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes ago or so. I don't know. I'm at 2.5 hours, so kind of lose track. All right. So we had left off here with all love. You want to know, how does your ex friend Lisa feel about you? Let's take a look here, all love, and see, what does your ex friend Lisa, how do they feel about you? All right. It's kind of really balanced here. We've got the King of Cups, which there's emotion, but they're balanced with their heart and their mind. And so it doesn't feel like extremes. I really feel here with the Nine of Pentacles, they're really in this internal focusing on them and their life. Almost feels, the nine is the hermit's journey. I almost feel like they're kind of gone reclusive a little bit, where they're just kind of focusing on them and their life and what's going on in the moment, and looking at their worth and relationship to the outside world. And they're just doing this little inner journey thing, balancing heart and mind. And I don't feel like they're really focused on other people and their feelings, like how they feel about them, unless it has to do with, what does that mean about me? I feel like they're very internal, and I feel maybe that was their norm. They've really gone super focused on them. Me. What's going on with me? Who? Oh yeah, I know them, but what about me? It's the kind of energy that I'm feeling there. So, that's what's coming through. I just don't feel like they have these extreme emotions in either direction. It's just very balanced. That's coming in. So that's what they have for you, all love. So many blessings to you. All right. Right, very good. So I think that is everyone here. So Rose, we'll get you a fit in there. Um, I will be closing out. That'll be my last reading for this evening. And before everyone heads off, don't forget, last chance to get into the yeah, I'll still take donations. Rose will be my last free reading for this evening. So LA Julia, sure you can. We'll get you in there. So last chance to get into the reading for, the drawing for tomorrow. I'll be giving away 4-person recorded readings. It'll talk about, if you look at the video, how you can get into that drawing. Also, if you are wanting more information, and some more readings, I did put out 2 pick a cards this week, and I have a ton of pick a cards on my main page. This one, last Wednesday, was, what are they thinking about you right now? And then also, because of Mother's Day today in the United States, we had a, what does your mom want to say to you? So you can check those out. And also, if you have not checked out your May monthly reading, I do put out readings for each individual zodiac sign. And in this video that I just posted, I'm sorry, the playlist, when you go in, it'll actually tell you a little list of all the planets and what each of the planets influence what area of our life. And when you do that, it can actually help you. You can go look at the sign of that planet and understand that area of your life for the month too. So that is what they have with those. um, so Chuk, chuk, chuk. I think those are all the ones there. And again, thank you guys so much for everyone else that you're already set to head out of here. Thank you for all the thumbs up you've given the video. It definitely helps spread the Zen love. So thanks for being part of the love tsunami. And I'm going to finish out. Julia and LA. I'll finish out yours actually, and then of course Rose. I will do yours too before I head out. And any other donations anyone makes, I will complete them in this session too. Um, but for the rest of you guys, much love to you and have a great rest of your day. I will be back. I'm here Wednesday through Sunday nights, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and then also Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So, all right. So, Julia, I think see you donated. I don't see a question there yet, Julia. I don't think. Did I miss it? Maybe. So pop your question down there, Julia, and I will do yours. All right. Sure. Absolutely. So LA. Oh, don't worry about the amount of the donation. I appreciate that. But let's take a look here. So, what will be the outcome if you take on Arash, the paralegal, Hamid defense in court by yourself? Da da da. You already sent them so much proof, but since you're young, he said, see you in court. Won't even talk numbers. Oh, wow. All right. So when you get your money settled, oh, you're so sweet. No problem at all. You're so kind. All right, let's take a look here and see um, what does Spirit say the outcome will be if you take them on yourself. All right. They give you a lot of cards here. Wow. But I like this for you. I mean, we've got the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment card. You've got the Empress, which is new birth, and there is this abundance feel that comes from all this. And like dun dun dun, you just have to face the devil, right? Which is facing your fears, facing what you feel will you know, um what will come up, what will be said, it's just facing the fears of supposed to be should be's and just the, realizing it's not as scary as it will be, right? Um and because we do have the, nightmare insomnia card here, which has to do with fears and letting those go here. I really like, what these other cards bring into because they're very positive. The Fool card is about a new adventure free of expectations and fears. You've got the Princess of Cups, which is a Page of Cups, positive new emotion, and the Four of Sacred Circles, which is very much a solid outside world. The four is stability, right? It's like four huge legs on a table. It's a very solid foundation. So with these cards, it's very positive, and I feel like it's like a dream come true. Abundance comes in, but it's really facing the fears and not focusing on the fears, but just realizing what am I fearing about this, and I'm gonna, I can do my best and go in with you supporting yourself. If you feel you have all the proof and everything, I feel like, kind of like you mentioned before, some other things like it's like they try to scare you with the devil. It's the devil, and it's like no, I don't have anything to fear. I almost feel like it's you sitting here going, no, I don't have anything to fear. Here's my proof. It's like showing proof there, and it's just very calm and matter of fact. So I like this for you. Again, I am by no means a legal consultant. And so, of course, this is for entertainment purposes only. And, ultimately everyone is up to make their own decisions. I have to say that here in the US. Um, so, um, but for all of these cards, it feels very positive here, LA. So that is what is coming through. So I don't, uh, yeah, yeah, the Nine of Cups, the Empress is all about abundance, wish come true. If your wish is to win, which I know it is. So it's very positive. It's abundant. You know, with the Empress and the Nine of Cups coming out first, they're just giving you more information about the process, and you have to look at your fears and try not to focus on your fears. So I like it. So that is what they have for you. And thank you for your donation. I really appreciate the energy exchange. I know your money's tight, so I understand. All right. You're so funny. I'll be like, "What?" Aw. Well, definitely. Well, I'm glad you're part of my soul family, LA. Definitely so. All right. So hang in there. All right, Julia, thank you so much for your question there. And then Rose, I haven't forgotten you. I will complete yours. So Julia, so do you feel your Leo wants to have the talk soon? You're in no rush, but you'd like to know what his expectations are. Sure, let's take a look here and see what they have here. All right, and let me just get clarity on this one over. Whoa, over here. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's see, what are these? All right. Yeah, I'm see them getting so close, because on one hand, we've got these here, we've got the 7 of swords and the 3 of swords, the fear of rejection, the deceit, and, these old thoughts that they've had in the past that they, want to, that cheated them out of, opportunities and other things in the past. This was like what they've been working through, right? And that's why I'm saying they're on this verge here. They've got the 2 of wands where they're really stepping into their power. They're really balancing things here with the 2 of pentacles. So I feel like this stuff that used to be so like here in their face, and they're on the verge here, right? And they're on the verge because here's the three of wands. They're taking this different direction they normally wouldn't have. The knight of wands, which is fast moving energy, got the 4 of cups and the 7 of wands. 7 of wands, more fiery energy coming in. The 4 of cups, they realizing that they don't want what they've had before. They're looking for this. 7 of wands, positive energy. You know, there's a little bit of the 7 of wands is a little bit of the I don't want to say fear, but they're just like this awareness that they're like, when I choose to do these things, some people are going to not be happy about it. uh, there's people that are going to be like, wait a minute, why are you getting to have love and you're headed in this direction and we're miserable? Come back down here and be miserable with the rest of us. And they're like, no. Oh, okay. Yeah. And they're like, "No, misery loves company, but so does joy, and joy has much better parties. I'm choosing joy." So I see now, yeah, that's the tentativeness. I feel like well, that's why they're really wanting to make sure, because I feel like they're aware of that, right? And here's on the bottom of the deck. So definitely, this is what is we're headed towards here. It's what the unknown and the unseen is that is coming. So I feel like they're so close for it to tilting to where this becomes it there. So rated X. Oh yeah, I guess it is a little bit. Woo! But luckily for YouTube purposes, there is no nudity showing. It's just no private parts are showing. So that's good. Don't want to get banned. All right. So I like it for you, Julia. So excited, excited. So close. So close. When they're ready, they're going to be so ready that it's like, okay, here it comes. So I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. All right. So Rose, with the R, the brown dot with the R. You'd like an energy update for this week? Absolutely, Rose. So let's take a look here. Energy update for this week. Okay. All right. So the energy update here, we've got the first card was coming in as the Four of Swords, which I like this. Stable mind, peace of mind. You've been letting expectations go here, around supposed to be, should be's, need to be's, have to be. So I like that, you've been doing this and it's bringing this stability because you really do. It's like you're getting this clarity around what a dream come true is, the 10 of cups overflowing, that you really have been stepping into this calmness around this. And I like this energy. It's like you're allowing things to unfold. You're allowing the dream to come as you're clarifying and letting expectations. These three of swords here on the door are all about the supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's, all these dreams that we've been given. And we put a lot of pressure on ourselves for it to be this certain way, but you've been releasing it. And I feel like you're just in this wonderful place, watching and going with the flow of life, excited and hopeful for the future, knowing that there's wonderful things coming your way. But I feel like you're just in this wonderful, peaceful place this next week about just being in the moment. And I like that for you. It's a great, peaceful place to be, of course. So I am enjoying that. And you're not feeling like focusing on missing anything, because when you focus on missing something, you actually are telling the universe, I really enjoy missing things. So bring me more things to miss. You're not in that. You're like in this place of gratitude and being and enjoying. And it just feels very flowy this next week. So I like that for you, Rose. So many, many blessings to you. All right. I think that is everything. So thank you guys again so much. I am so grateful for all your love, all your support, for you being part of my soul family and allowing me to be yours as well. And you just blow me away with your hunger and thirst to hear from spirit and searching after spirit. So thank you guys so much. And please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you guys again, much love to you. You hang in there. Have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you're at in the world. And we will see you soon. Until then, I was going to say behave, but nah, have a blast. We'll see you. Take care.